Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the New York Jets.
Why'd you get off yesterday? What happened?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
This is a dumb shot. The people you were playing with.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Yeah, that's right.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He scored 15 points.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now it's Darnold dancing to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Weird. Okay.
Gone! 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 Gone!
After the penalty, it's Crowell. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit to tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
On 1st down, Darnold. He completes it to Pete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 19.
I don't know if I can pull this off, but something's telling me I can't.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
I can't.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ziggy Ansah. He's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big loss. 18 yards. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A play fake, and it's Darnold.
Where's he at?
Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. Third and goal. Darnold from the gun. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
40 gun.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Darnold being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep right into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Glover Quinn. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped.
I really
just nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came off balance.
And he did. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. To throw on 2nd down to Stafford. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Stafford. But it's brought in by Washington. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
21.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Room here to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked him. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
Play action. Stafford. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. 21. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford steps away to his left. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. In for the score. And the Lions are in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jets making their way out. Last year, the impressive 3-2 start. A lot of people predicted they would go 0-16, but then after that start, they sort of collapsed. Just 2 wins after week 5. So as we look ahead to this year, Charles, what can we expect from the Jets?
Well, I would expect them to continue to play with great effort because their head coach Todd Bowles demands that. But Sam Darnold, their #1 draft choice, he will be the key to their season. The faster that he plays well, the better the Jets obviously are going to be. And on defense, last in the league in pass rush last year, last in the league in sacks. They'll have to do that by committee this year and find ways to get pressure on the quarterback.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. A little dump off for Corral. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go #1 overall to the Browns. and he fell to number 3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding team, take over the job right then and there. And while many were expecting Broadway Baker Mayfield, instead they got sudden Sam Darnold, and I think the Jets fans are going to be very happy to have him.
On second down, Darnold eluding the pressure right, finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Dumps off to Powell. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
Oh, this is weird.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
No. Check. Patriot.
Darnold on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A 1st down carry now for Crowell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. It's caught by Crowell. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They run with the rookie from Virginia State, Trenton Cannon. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. Yep.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Darnold. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good.
All right, try to invite him now.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
No.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he
Yes, I
can't
know
get
what you
rid
mean.
of it. He's taken
Weirdo.
down. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And a big
How do you get picked off by a linebacker? How do you get picked off one-on-one and come reach by a linebacker?
So we reach halftime here on our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch.
He's still running it.
These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now. 1st and 10 at their own 26. They begin with a run by Corral. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw is Darnold. He's got a man complete. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Rishard Matthews, 77 yards. And the Jets are able to strike for 6.
And he's got to absolutely be sky high right now. The first touchdown pass in the NFL, the first of what should be many, many more. But 57 of them in 2 seasons as a starter at USC, none as sweet as that one right there for Sam Darnold. Hello, NFL, I'm here.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
To throw on 2nd down, Stafford. Looking sideline, incomplete. Kenny Golladay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Nevin Lawson there on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got the artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Crowell with a chance to make a big impact in this Jets backfield. Here's 1st down.
Lucky 56.
Darnold on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's again to Crowell. Oh, now he bowls him over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They keep it.
Why is he spin?
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Here's Darnold. And it'll be intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. So that right there was his second pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying? That getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already done that, right? Been there, done that. He really wants a third again.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it. And got his man complete.
Oh, that
that goes for a gain of 31.
That is crazy.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. On 1st, here's Washington. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 34 yards. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Darnold now to throw. Going deep here for Matt. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Matthews, the intended target. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Darren Lee there to get him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
To throw on third down, Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Washington, 27 yards. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Now Darnold. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Play action. It's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
That's caught right side by Anderson, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
They'll run with Brown, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw, Darnold. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And almost intercepted.
What are you doing?
That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there was a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So now it's left in the hands of their defense to come up with an immediate stop.
And this is where you count on your stars on defense. Can they come up with a game-altering play here? Can they knife through into the backfield and pop the ball free? Can they make that type of a play that gives them another opportunity? And what do we say? 1 timeout.
Yep.
But you get a second
2-minute warning,
with a 2-minute warning. So they've got to use those well.
Devontae.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They go to Johnson again. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. The busy night continues for Johnson. Finding room at the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just